Well, hello, everybody. I am here with Miss Aley from Heart and
Yeah,
Soul
yeah, yeah.
Connected. Thank you for
Nice to
hanging
see
out
you.
with me,
Yeah.
Aley. This is
Uh-huh.
our, oh, this is Sunday. I can't, I was going to
I
say
know
Friday.
we don't usually do it. But I like this time spot. I really do. There's just something about it. It's like
I do too.
tying up one week and moving into another. So
Yeah.
yeah,
And
yeah,
it's just, I don't know. The energies are feeling much better to me. They're becoming lighter. We've cleared so much in the last 5 years, but this
yeah.
last couple years, it's just everybody knows they've been on this journey, right? That it's just
Hmm.
everything had to come up. But we were always going to come to a point to the other side. Doesn't feel like it when you're in the muck, you know. Don't see the other side, but
Yeah.
we're slowly getting to the other side, where the other side is okay. You've cleared enough of the pain, trauma, abuse. All that is being cleared out of you. I'm
Hmm.
not saying it's going to be gone forever, but
Oh, I know. Yeah,
this is
yeah.
lifetimes of stuff, because we're here at this really epic time where we're
Mhm.
in a jumping dimensions. We get to raise in frequency and go higher. But
Mhm.
first we had to clear all that so we could open up space
Right.
for what's coming.
What's new and what's coming? Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank goodness.
I
Thank
know.
goodness. Yeah.
I'm so excited. I love it.
Hmm. I
Hi,
love it
Paul.
too. Yeah. Hello, Polly. Hi, Wisconsin Lighthouse Keeper. It's nice to
Oh,
see you.
Keeper, I like
Yeah,
that name.
I
Ah,
know. She makes beautiful pictures too of the moon. She
oh,
sent
I
me.
gotta see him.
Yeah, yeah, they're beautiful. They're beautiful. I put them on the Dream Show sometimes when I've gotten them. So yeah, they're very nice.
Cool.
Anyway, I was just talking to Valerie about yesterday. No, it was Friday, the new moon on Friday or
It was
Saturday.
yes.
Was it
It was
yesterday?
yesterday. I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm all confused. I never know what day it is.
I know, I know. And I had been looking on Instagram prior to, it was Friday night, I guess, and it said it's a good time to plan ahead for your next 19 years, let go of stuff that if you can, that kind of thing. And I'm guessing that those things also will be released on May 31st, which you had told me was the full moon,
True.
correct?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the second full moon in May, so it's a blue
Oh,
moon. So
okay.
we had Scorpio on May 1st, where Scorpio, you really going to excavate stuff. You don't know usually where that's coming from, but it doesn't feel well, or
Uh-huh.
you get ascension symptoms, or you get a little sick, or something is got to come up to be released.
Hmm.
Then we get to this new moon, where this is a new moon where you plant your seeds in Taurus. It's an earth sign.
Yeah.
It's like you bring that dream, in that dream we've been dreaming for the last few months, well, 6 months, and make it into a physical reality. But
Hmm.
everything that wasn't to go with that has been weeded out, right? It's like just
Right.
like gardening. It really is. You got to get your soil, you got to weed it out, you got to plant your
Uh-huh.
seeds. You want to have organic seeds, just all
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So here we are doing that. And yes, dream big, because like I said, we all have these a cleaner slate, right? We have a cleaner soil. We have a cleaner
Hmm.
container, right? To go
Yeah.
forward in. So, but then we're going to come up to that full moon on the 31st, which is Sagittarius, right? Now,
Hmm.
Sagittarius is brilliant, right? It's about beliefs. It's about, okay,
Ah.
really, I'm going to get into it. All that old programming that we just automatically just do because that's how
Mhm.
we were taught, it's got to go. It's got to
Yeah,
go. It's holding us back.
I agree with you. And with my health challenges that I went through, with trying to find advocates for helping me to release the problems I was having in my urinary system, um,
Hmm.
I felt as though I was being treated poorly because of my age.
Hmm.
And so that took me down a long path. It's probably possible that there will be people that you're dealing with who have that programming, and so they're going to hold back on you. But now I'm looking at why I have those beliefs around aging. And I think
Mhm.
that was important for me, because I remember saying to my daughter, which sounds really crazy, but I said, I wish I knew how much longer I had to live so I could plan better. And, and I, geez, that sounds really stupid because I don't really know when I'm going to want to know when I'm going to die. But then I thought, well, wait a minute, it's only moment to moment anyway for anybody.
Oh
So
God.
why do you do that to yourself, Aley? So I
And
thought that was
and see how
you know,
these nuggets come in and that you really
yeah.
get those aha, man, why do I even think like that? Even
Uh-huh.
if I do know the date, what does that even
Mhm.
mean?
Right.
So
Yeah.
enjoy those moments though, because that's really what we've done all this work for our entire lives, and
Yeah.
especially since 2012 and 2020, was to come to the realization that you're really only alive right now.
That's it.
And,
And
and
when it comes to dying, I mean, people die at 7, 8 years old,
mhm,
25, 32, doesn't
right.
really matter. When
Mm-mm.
it's your time, it's your time. So don't even worry about it. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
even then, right, we transition, we just drop the physical body, but our spirit, our crystalline body
Right. Right.
is forever. I mean, it's eternity. So
Sure.
it's just on another plane of existence, another understanding. And this is where it gets kind of deep. Like we're leaving that in a physical body. We're here, but we're leaving the density of the
Mm, mm,
distorted programming, right?
mhm.
And we're raising in frequency, and we're creating as we go further into this higher frequency, but we don't have a manual. We don't have
Mhm.
any kind of
That's
list or
right.
things, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we make it up as we go, and but
Yeah.
you're right though. The only way to do that is moment by moment. You
Moment
can't
by
plan
moment.
that out.
No, you can't.
It's
You can't. Now, Barbara, Janet, I love that you rearranged your bedroom furniture and it looks great because I was telling Valerie, I spent 6 hours, 8 hours, I don't even know how long, cleaning out the back room because my husband's overtaken the guest room and I can't have any guests. So it's like I want him to move into that room. So in order to do that, I got to clean it out. And I feel very accomplished, although I'm not nearly anywhere near done. So yeah. Yeah.
I love that though. That's okay. That's a Taurus new moon thing. It's one of the things, right? How can I
Right.
enhance my physical home, my physical appearance? Can I, like I went to the thrift store and bought some new shirts, and I'm so excited about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just like,
Uh-huh.
I'm not. Even if I had the money, I don't. But I'm not spending $200 on a shirt. I'm just never going to do that. To me,
Yeah.
that's not my priority. And I'm
I
not going
hear
to
you.
judge
Yeah.
anybody who does do that. That's up to you. But
Hmm.
um,
Hmm.
I like to live very simple and very less clutter. I had
Hmm.
two exes. My two exes were both pack rats. Always had stuff, bringing it in, putting it in, and I was just, so, and plus, honestly, this is in all honesty, over these last 10, well, 20 years, I've probably lost everything at least twice. Like
Oh God, I have
full
too. I
storage.
have.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
I have in my
full,
past. I mean, I've
yeah,
whole houses full of stuff I've walked away from. Yeah.
yeah. Yep.
So, but the stuff I'm throwing away or giving to Goodwill or whatever,
I
um,
love it.
I just keep
Recycle it.
seeing all the dollar signs. Like I just took all the dollar signs that I spent on all that shit that I never used, going in a
Uh-huh.
plastic bag. I mean, it's okay. I'm letting it go. It's not going to
Yeah.
change who I am, but it's just
Sure.
like, give me a break.
But
Yeah.
it gives you pause, right? It gives you pause to go,
It
okay, so
does.
next, when I'm out there shopping, do I really want to end up with a room like that again, or a storage
Mm,
unit like that again, or
right. No.
whatever,
Yeah.
And this is
That's
like what
nothing but
we've
a
been
waste of
doing,
money. Yeah. It's just a
right?
waste. Yeah. Yeah.
And
It's
all
true.
the things you could buy 24/7, and that's how they want it. That's part of the
Mm,
programming, right? It's
Sure.
part of the program. Here, look at this new shiny looking thing over here. You need this, you know. Well,
Yeah.
it's beyond ridiculous at this point, especially with the, the current regime, and there's people really struggling,
Oh
really
yeah.
don't have
Yeah.
but access to food and water, and and then the data centers. That shit just pisses me off beyond.
Oh, I
Guys,
know.
I'm okay.
I
I
know.
can't get
Yeah.
pissed. They don't want me to get pissed. But come on, do they think we're really that stupid? Like, what's the point? You hire maybe 10 people for this 10 million square foot place, you know,
Yeah. Well,
that's
what
sucking
really
up all the
upset me
water.
about that, I lived in Reno back in 2000, and we had really expensive electric problems because they came out of California because it's right there on the border. But what I heard now was that the people in Lake Tahoe, which is right
Yep.
over the hill,
Mhm.
they don't have any electric anymore because it's been diverted to one of those AI centers. So
It's
what are
it,
they going
and
to
it's
do? Just
they have a
crazy.
year. They have a year to figure it out. So whatever companies jump in there to try to solve that problem when there wasn't even a problem is going to be so expensive to get
Oh yeah,
electricity. And that's
yeah.
what they're that's why they want to privatize everything, and
Hmm.
I mean,
Hmm.
but we can see it's clear as day. We can
Yeah.
see that they are just everything they do is backfiring on them. We can all see through it. The majority
Hmm.
of us can see through it. Even people who aren't awake are going, why do we need all these? Why is there 800 data centers in Virginia? Is the number one with the most data centers, and that's where I live. So, to me, it's a waste of our resources.
Yeah.
You're, I mean, you're destroying Mother Earth.
Yeah.
And
You are.
they
Yeah.
they
All
know
the
that.
water that it takes in order to run those centers is
Exactly. And
unbelievable.
and
Yeah.
and they're putting all
Yeah.
the bills onto the people that are in the area.
Hmm.
They get
Hmm.
the electric bill, they get the higher water bill. But we're seeing through that, and I feel like, well, we have a little bit more time to go before things start to even out. Sorry, I have cat hair on my nose. I don't mean to
No, I get it.
touching my nose, but it's
I
like
totally get it. Yeah.
got
Um,
cats everywhere.
but I'm concerned also, Valerie, because you brought up Virginia about that bullshit that you all voted for that was thrown out and then went to Supreme Court too.
Mhm. And see, and like I could sit here and I could get, because I was right. I was getting
Hmm.
furious, right? You
Oh
just get
yeah.
so mad, but you can't do anything. You can't even
Yeah.
bitching about it doesn't help. Nothing helps. And my
Hmm.
team stopped me and they said, because they keep reminding me everything they do, pay attention, is backfiring on them. You don't hear all the losses. You don't hear all the courts they lose. But this made a big this was very loud, and it went across the country.
Hmm.
More people are going to step out and vote, and they could take the black vote away, they could do all those things, but people are going to they're going to
Hmm.
show up in
Hmm.
in massive numbers.
Hmm.
And there's no they already know that they're losing. This is why they're doing everything they can to
I
try
know.
to interfere. But it's watching, and this helps me too. It is watching the old era die, the old dinosaurs, right? and
Yeah.
and I don't mean to pick on white people, but old white men, God, I can't stand them,
I know.
no offense to any good white men here,
I
but
know. Yeah.
they have
Yeah.
been they have ruined the world for thousands of years,
I know. I
and
know. I
it's
know.
just like, come on, man.
Yeah.
What else do you need? They had it pretty good.
Yeah.
Billionaires, trillionaires, yachts. You had everything you wanted, and now you needed Donald Trump in here to wipe
Yeah.
out civilization. It
And that's
doesn't
what
make
he's doing. I mean, he doesn't care. So
no.
he's just going to do whatever it is that he wants to do. But yeah, it's just what really blew my mind this past week, and it makes sense. It's something that is just meant to piss us off. Is the state of Tennessee which is useless as far as I'm concerned, banning roots from being in libraries in Knoxville, which is from where Alex Haley was born and raised. And they won't even, and remember, what was it, like 1970 or 71 or 2 when it came out and it was a movie? Why would you do just, you know?
And you see, like, and this is what I'm saying. They just keep throwing these darts, and they throw them consistently all day, hundreds of them, and your head's spinning, right? And you can get so wrapped up in it. But what it's all to snag you out of your moment.
That's right. Get your energy.
Yeah. It's your moment, and we're going to give it to them, even if it's my anger. I'm not going to give it to them, because I wouldn't be angry if it wasn't for them. I don't believe so.
Not that angry.
No,
agree.
But this is a big, like, huge wake up call, for everybody. These people are not playing. They want your freedom. They want your rights and your freedoms. And we have a choice. We do our rights and our freedoms, or we allow them to take control of us. And I don't know about most of you, but I will die on that. I'll die for our rights and freedoms. I don't think it's going to come to that.
Too. Yeah.
But you have to, like, kind of get good with that in your own mind, to say, it's like we were talking a little bit earlier. The biggest fear on this planet is the fear of death. If you can get through that, if you can work through that, you're not afraid of anything anymore.
That's
pretty
true.
much.
That's very true.
Yes, do things concern me? But that's what they're doing, because they're doing what they're doing because they know that this time period is here, where we're raising in frequency, going into the golden age. It's based on a precession of the equinoxes. I mean, it's been written in many, many ancient texts. They know that they're about to lose their energy source, and we're the energy, and that's the source they don't want to lose. But what strengthens them in the moment, because they know it's a moment by moment thing too, is fear, rage. Keep pumping it out there. Keep getting them pissed. Keep getting them angry. Let's get them. I mean, look how hard they're trying to get us to not peaceful protesting. You know what I mean? Like, they're trying their hardest, but humanity is doing an excellent job. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's fine. I know something was happening on the National Mall today. I don't know what kind of a protest it was, but it probably was. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of people that were there today. If anybody knows, it would be great to have that. Yes, M. Steve's mom is turning 100 in 7 days. I know.
I thought that's what I hit. Oh, shoot. I'm sorry, M. Steve.
Yeah.
And thank you, Mary. I want to check that guy out too. Happy birthday to Mom, Steve. Oh, that is so amazing. And you got to send us pictures. Hi, Rossi. Want to say hi to everybody?
Yeah, we should. Yeah. A lot of people coming in. Yeah.
Hi, Gina's Place. Erin Marie. Mary Starshine. Janet, of course. You're just.
Yeah,
I always feel so safe with Janet in Monterey.
I know, she's so good at what she does. Yes. Amanda's here, and actually Diana's here. It's good to see you, Diana. Yeah.
Diana and I were together last night on that new moon in Taurus, and we were hitting on a lot of these topics too about. It's the programming. For you to be authentically you have to be in charge of your thoughts, beliefs, perceptions, and words. It starts with your words, and it gives us the ownness, right? Gives us our power back. If I only do things because Aley says it's okay, I don't have my power.
That's right. No, that's damn right. Absolutely. That's right.
Hi, White Dragon.
Yeah, Paul's here. Yeah. It was for the fundamentalist Christians, Amanda. Okay.
I
Um,
mean to tell you that
yeah,
religion has just, and this is where the parasites came in when they organized religions.
I know.
Well, probably longer than that, but the last 26, Diana is going to laugh because I always say this, 26,000 years we have been under the influence and being held back. Humanity has been held back so bad by the parasites.
Hmm.
And we're waking up and we're seeing, oh my God, you know what? We could all have housing and good health and good food and good
Hmm.
water and I mean everything. We could live in peace and harmony, but for some reason we have to pay to be poisoned, and it's just
Hmm.
ridiculous. I'm
I
sorry,
know.
I'm on a rant.
That's all right. That's all right. It's okay. So Diana says she cremated Groucho today. Her bird died. I'm trying to think. It was back
Oh my
5 to
God, I almost had a heart attack. I thought you meant grizzly for a second. I'm like,
Oh,
what
no,
the hell?
no, no,
So now
no.
I go,
Yeah. Groucho the bird. Yeah,
yeah.
Groucho the bird.
Oh, Groucho.
I know. I have an area that I'm building. Well, not building. I'm cleaning up for because I got up my cremated remains of my two girls, and so as soon as I get that area, and I actually have these beautiful things you stick in that are. Oh, there you go. There you go. Make sure you wear a mask if you can, everybody. We don't need that in our chest. But I have an area that I want to drop my girls' cremated remains on. So, oh, it was 12/12. I didn't realize that's a very powerful day. Wow, Diana, it's
What?
amazing.
What's 12/12? Where
That
am
was
I?
when
12.
Groucho passed. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Hmm.
Wow. Oh, Amanda, I know, but see,
I know. Me too.
it is. It's tiring, and I don't want to sit here and lie and blow smoke up anybody's butt.
Hmm.
But if you can really focus in on yourself and what brings you joy, it's the saddest thing is to me at the moment is that we know who the parasites are. We know
Hmm.
that they're just constantly 24/7 programming us, putting us in fear, putting us in, anger, but giving us, they're the trigger, right?
Hmm.
But we're
Hmm.
connected to them. We're connected to the bank. We're connected to the electric company. We're connected to the water company. And it's like we have to slowly detangle away from these mega corporation things, right? Because it's really the
Yeah.
same, like 20,
Yeah.
30 people that own everything. They just call it a different name in a different state. But
Right.
this is going to be what humanity, well, especially those in America, are going to be working on. But first, we have to get through this shit show. So,
Well,
so
what's really sad is that apparently there's always been the ability for electricity to be made free. And one of the
that's a
scientists who was working on something and ended up taken out. Young
many,
woman,
many,
yes, many
many.
out, yes. But
But this is
and then
big
of course
time.
you're hearing over and over how bad the windmills are from you know who, which is
That's
bull.
programming.
And then
That's
they
what they're
said
doing.
there was a guy at the that was being interviewed, the energy guy. And he said, "Well, solar energy is no good because at night there's no use of it." It's like, that's what batteries are for, dude. You're the head of the energy department? Oh my God.
None of them are qualified.
No,
None of them.
no, none of them are. No.
Kindergartners could run this country better than these idiots, but
Yeah.
they're just out here to get as I mean they're just stealing everything that's not nailed down
Yeah.
because they want to change the monetary system, you know,
Yeah. They do.
and
They do.
we just gonna have to really hone in on our discernment and not let the fear of what they're
Yeah.
trying to create because that's something's connected with the AI centers. I keep getting there's something connected with the data centers
Yeah.
and the detention centers.
And the
You know,
detention
there's
center. Yeah.
detention centers are pretty much concentration camps, right? But that's for-profit prisons that we pay for our tax money, but these guys are making billions off of. the Geo group, all these guys. And it's
Which,
just like,
yeah.
go ahead. I'm sorry.
It just brings me to mind of the shadow banning that's happening that
Yeah.
Marianne talked about, which I had posted on the little bit of a show that I had yesterday. And it has to do with the fact that there are so many people not getting the messages because
Yeah.
whatever we're saying is not what they want them to get. So stand up for it if you possibly can. And I noticed that you said that you don't know what hyping is, but it helps the channel. All those little things can help get the message out.
Yeah.
And I really do think that they must count how many times you say that person, or how many times you say this or that or whatever, and then they just don't make the shows available, or you don't know anything about that they're even on anymore. So there's all of that. I just wanted to throw that part
No,
in.
no, and it's a good thing to know because
Yeah.
just hitting the like button, sharing,
Yeah.
all these things matter. They
Mhm.
help the
Yeah,
channel. I'm
they
sorry, I'm
do.
messing with my coloring
All
because my
right.
hair looks green for some reason all the time. Now I made myself red. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well, Marianne, who I don't, if you've never watched Revealing Light,
I love her.
she's Australian. She's been on for many years, more than
Mhm.
us, and she lost 40,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
Why? There's
The-
no reason for
Well,
it.
they want to silence our voices, right? And that's what they do. That's why on Facebook, I talk about higher consciousness, love, light here, self love. But on Facebook, I'm
Mhm.
extremely
Yeah.
liberal left as you can get, and I share constantly, and it probably drives people crazy. But to me, that's how I feel like we have to do that to share, to get the message out. I don't care
Yeah.
if it's one person that sees.
Yeah.
At least
That's right. One
we're
more,
share.
just an
Yeah,
extra person makes a
right.
difference. Yeah, it does.
And I'd rather do so many other things with my time. Like I spend maybe an hour on Facebook and do that, but
Uh-huh.
it's important that we step up and in whatever little way we can within our community, whether it's online or in person, or our hometown, to make a difference, because we're the ones who are going to stand up eventually and say no more. This is
Yeah.
not, we're not doing this anymore,
That's right. That's right.
and it's coming. And Diana and I'll be talking a lot about this, but from this new moon Taurus, well, May until July. July is eclipse season, but
Mhm.
I'm sorry, August is eclipse season. July is a huge month where it is about us standing up for our freedoms. It's America's 250th birthday.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
is this a birthday? I'm not
Yeah.
celebrating that. These
Mhm.
idiots. I'll celebrate our beautiful community, all the heart-centered, soul-centered people who just
Mhm.
want everyone to retain their rights and freedoms.
Yeah.
But I'm not
Yeah.
celebrating their what was any fascists, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Hi,
mean,
Deb.
literally said he
Well,
could kill us. Hi,
well,
Deb. Good to
yeah.
see you. He said he would.
I have to say that whatever it was that she did to
Oh
prepare
my!
for was the best thing in the world. It really
What?
was.
What? Who did?
What President Xi did for that China
Oh,
trip, oh, it was
right.
perfect. He
I know
was,
something epic went on there, and it's just
he
like
did.
all
Yeah.
those billionaires on one plane, and I just kept.
Yeah, but
Mm.
he actually said, how we were on our way out and everything. And he's like, "Oh, that's Joe's fault," and it isn't Joe's fault. And she
Mhm.
knows it's not Joe's fault. She
Mhm.
knows it's, yeah, yeah. There was a lot that was going on, including, I don't know if you guys saw all the little children that had these little flags and they were waving at
Mhm.
him. He did that on purpose too, because
Mhm.
who is, what? He's likes children.
In the files, yeah. And
Yeah.
and this is just it, right? We have proof. We have
Mhm.
evidence
Yeah,
that he was involved, and that's what
absolutely.
they were
There's no
doing.
question. There's no
And
question.
there's no question. And he's still in the position he's in. He's still
Yeah.
trying to dictate terms. They're all in on it. They're a whole
Mhm.
group. Well, they are. They're the pedophile class. Now, I know, I'm sorry, this is on your channel too. So I know my channel is just already shadow
All right.
banned. But
I'm being shadow banned myself. So, yeah, I get it.
the truth is the truth. And this is the most important thing. And I think, I'm going to hit on this again, because with that Uranus entering Gemini, and the first time in 80 years, 80 something years, um, that 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 Gemini is the mind, it's the media, is information, it's fast, it's quick, it's your day to day. It's We are going to
Mhm.
have new media, and we're the only way forward in this new era, this new realm, is to be in your authenticity, to be
Mhm.
truthful and honest. I'm not
Mhm.
I'm not going to hold back anymore, and
Yeah.
that's probably going to get me in a lot of
A lot of
whatever.
doo-doo. It's a lot of doo-doo. We'll all
But
be walking through it. So, hi, Gary. He's asking May 15th, Iran will be attacked.
oh, let's
Well,
see. Oh,
But,
that's
but it's past May 15th, so I don't
yeah.
understand what the question,
Oh, yeah.
or are you asking, was it? Or,
Her
yeah,
grandpa
because today is the
15.
17th,
Yeah, no, I'm
17th.
getting a no. I'm getting a
Yeah.
no, Gary. Iran is really protected. There's Stargate right there.
Hmm.
There's a lot of dragons there. There's a lot of protection. The dragons, you gotta know, like the authentic, the real dragons, were the first um, first beings on Earth way, 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 way long time ago, and they were in authenticity. They were all about wisdom.
Hmm.
The man, usually white man, turned that around, like the dragons were trying to kill everybody when it wasn't the dragons. It's always been the parasites,
Yeah.
that dress up
Yeah.
like white men. So I'm not saying, please forgive me if you're a white male. I don't mean to you.
No, no, we know what you're talking about. Old white men that are of a certain persuasion. May 22nd is
Look
what.
at Mary. Look at Mary Starshot. She says the Chinese should market trampolines with 45's face on it. Oh my
Hey,
God!
I'd buy one of those. I would, and I would put my dogs on it and my neighbors on it. Yeah.
May
So
22nd.
May
Gary,
22nd.
let's see.
Let's see.
Let's see. Everybody else, Diana, what are you getting?
Yeah.
Deborah, what are you getting? Will
Mhm.
Iran be attacked on May 21st, 2026? I
I
got
get
immediate
heartbreak.
no.
I
I
get a
got
heartbreak though. Hmm.
huh? Really? Is
Yeah.
something?
And then I get something about a lock. There, people are locked out. A closed path, blockages. So if what I'm getting here is it may be very sad, but they have the resources to block really bad stuff. But
Mhm.
after you've killed a school full of little girls, I don't know. Yeah, the UAE blames Iran or its proxies for drone strikes. Oh, so you're thinking that it's possible, Gary, that they'll be attacked by the UAE and some other people not necessarily just the USA, because I know those people are not allowing the planes in there at UAE, Dubai. They aren't allowing American planes in there. So
Yeah, America's screwed up. That's for sure. It's
uh-huh.
just so crazy. It's like, I'm sorry. Uh, this is a new camera, and I don't know why. What everything's
I
wrong,
like the
but
green hair. It's
you
just
do.
really, yeah, sure. It's like it's free. You don't have to color it because the camera will do it. Yeah.
I know. Maybe I should just color it green. Maybe that's a message to me. I don't know, but
Maybe then, maybe.
you never
I
know.
did Anya come in? I don't see her. Somebody's saying hi to these people. Anya's one of them, and Morella's the other, and I don't see you here.
I don't either.
So
And let's bring this up while we're talking about it.
okay.
That
Okay.
happens to me a lot, and I can't see the people, and I'm like, why can't I see them if it's my show, or we're
Yeah.
streaming
Yeah.
together? Why
Uh-huh.
can't we see them? And
Why?
then, you know how I do posts on my YouTube like every other day?
Yeah.
People will leave me comments, and I'll go in to comment and say thank you. And there's no comments when I go in there, but it says that there's whatever 5, 10 comments. That's just how they shadow ban you. This is what they do.
Oh my God, because I saw
Like,
somebody say something to Morella, and I didn't
mhm,
see her on either of your channels. No, we're not on Facebook at this point. I'm not. No. Um, and then I saw someone say something to Anya, but I don't see Anya here
mhm.
either. So I want you guys to know this because I actually had I had a person tell me, what did I hurt your feelings, and did I say something because I can't
Oh,
comment on your show? And I said, oh God, no. This is someone that's been with me forever. And
mhm.
so accidentally, I believe what happened was one of my moderators clicked the wrong person out. Like sometimes you
Yeah.
get trolls. So I was
Mhm.
able to fix that. I found that they had done that. But now I don't know why I'm not seeing people that are here that haven't been banned. It just doesn't. And there's a chat for you that says hi ho everyone, and you didn't type it in.
Who's saying this? Who's saying that?
Diana. Ah,
What? I'm
there's a
telling you,
chat.
they're messing. Yeah, they're really messing with us. It's any channels like ours or that's talk, and this is the thing that just really. I mean, I get angry. I'm sure everybody here does. All the media has been bought and paid for, and isn't saying a word. This is also a Trump supported. YouTube supports Trump. Everything so here they can cut off all these avenues for us to share our message, right? This is why it's so important. I mean, just to, and I don't want to go like dark, but I'm going to for a second. Just imagine if we lose internet. What are we to do? We still have to proceed into life and into our community, but we have to be whole. We have to be our own sovereign beings. We can't rely on the you know the internet, the banks. I hate to say it like that. I don't know how bad it's going to get, but I feel
Mhm.
like we're in a bumpy period. I do
Yeah.
feel by the end of the year things will look different and better, look more on the upswing. I already think they do, but they have a lock on the media. They have a lock on the message. So it doesn't we can't really see how well everybody's standing up against them. That's why they're doing it, because many people are trying
This
to
is
voice their
more, this is more disturbing though than I thought it. I mean, there's no way we can fix this. And what it does is, if I'm not acknowledged, because we both acknowledge people in the chat. Well,
Mhm,
some channels don't do that at all ever, and that's just
mhm,
the way they operate their channel.
mhm.
But we do, and maybe I miss somebody once in a while, and I apologize for that because I don't want to not include them. But if
Right.
they're there and we're not seeing they're there, but others are seeing they're there,
Yeah.
then it looks like we don't give a crap about
Well,
them. And I don't like that. So please know, if for some reason we're not calling out your name, that it's because we can't see it.
Janet says she knows what I know what that is about on the comments, Valerie. Or please email me, or if you want to say it now, please
Yeah.
do. Because I am not. I'll be the first to admit it. I am not an expert at technology. I'm not an expert at how I get onto StreamYard. It's a miracle to me every time I do it.
I
But
know.
and I show up and I invite people and I speak and I don't use the script. I just go
Yep.
with what's coming in my
Yep.
head, like Aley does. And that's because we trust our guidance. I know my guides are going to have me speak what it needs to be said,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
this seems to be the topic because when you said there's nothing we can do, they said yes, there is. We are more connected. We're just like the internet as people without the internet uh, setup. Like, you know how like trees have tree roots and mycelium and it goes all
Mhm.
across the world?
Mhm.
We have that too. And we are very connected. And most people have not acknowledged that. They don't want to believe that they're psychic, or they don't want to be laughed at or pointed at. I mean, if you were on the, if your tribe thought you were the crazy one, you got kicked out and you died. That now
Mhm.
that's
Mhm.
not
Mhm.
the case
Mhm.
anymore. Well, I
Right.
hope, but we are in unprecedented times, and like we said
Mhm.
earlier, we're the ones creating the way forward. So how do
Right.
we do that? How do we speak our message knowing it's not being shared properly? And they're saying there's billions and billions, well, there are trillions. Like every day, think of how many
Yeah.
comments are being made. They can't keep track of all of them.
Right.
There's no way, you
That's
know?
what you'd like to think so.
Yeah.
I was telling Jeff, I was working with Jeff on Friday night. We were doing a show, and in the during the day, I had gotten a renewal to for TSA, my T, because
Mhm.
I did that a long time. They please do, Deb, and
Mhm.
they gave me some websites to go to do it online. So I went to them. It's not due till December. Yeah, we do need more codes.
Mhm.
Um, I can't get into them. They won't do it. It stops me at some point.
Wait, what's stopping you? I'm sorry, say
The
that one more
the TSA renewal that I'm trying to do online.
TSA for traveling?
Yeah, I have a TSA number,
Okay.
and then I don't have to stand in the longest line.
Oh, okay.
And I've had it for years, and it's time to renew it. It took me forever to get it because I had so many names. I had to prove marriages and divorces for
Mm.
4
Mm.
husbands. And so
Oh,
anyway, I don't want to go back to doing it in person. I just don't. It's a pain in the neck. And they said, you don't have to, you can just do it online. And they gave me 3 websites to go to in order to do it. I went
Jesus.
to the first one and it wouldn't put me any further than the beginning of it. And
Mhm.
I said, this is so weird. Maybe something wrong with the website. So I went to the second one and it did the same thing. And then I said, I'm just going to give up for now. So what that tells me is
Mhm.
that yes, something might be wrong with the websites of the day that I did it,
Mhm.
but it also tells me a lot more. And I
Mhm.
don't know if it's the truth or not, but it
Right.
bothered me a lot.
Yeah, it's like we're flagged. Like, well, this is
Yes.
why they want the voting. The vote, all the people how
Yes.
they voted because they want to be able to. I
Mhm.
guess I'm going to ask the first question. Are they flagging her? Yeah. See, my team's saying yeah.
Mhm.
There's it's huh, they do have a lot more than we know.
I know they do. And I've also I don't like the way the transportation board is working. I don't want
Mhm.
to fly anywhere, in other words.
No,
I'm
me
not
either.
interested. But
Mhm.
I wanted that number. It was a pain in the neck to get. So I wanted to keep it. But I'm
Mhm.
wondering if I would have had an issue had I decided to go somewhere.
Exactly, and you see, this is the problem for the next year or so.
Yeah.
I don't want to go anywhere. In fact, my guides are saying, and because I
Yeah.
was gonna maybe go out and see my mom. She had a hip
Right.
replacement. My guide said, "No,
Yeah.
this is
I'd
not
take
the
a
time."
train first. I'd take a train to go if I was going to go
Mhm.
anywhere, if I had to. But I don't really want to go anywhere anyway. I just want to stay
Mm-mm.
home. And I don't,
Yeah,
that's not my personality to do
yeah.
that at all. Mm-mm. So,
And I've had that happening to me for like the last 2 years where I just stay home. I'm guided to just be at home. And I ask like at least once a week, you want me to go out? You want me to get a job? Do you want me to go volunteer? Do you want me? Nope, nope, stay home. Just
yeah.
stay home.
Yeah. I get it.
And it's not out of fear. It's out of, you're, and we're all energetic, like beings,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We're all
Yeah.
columns of light. Some of us are keeping, well, all of us are generating a high frequency no matter where we are. And that is to hold space for this time period in
Mhm.
history.
Mhm.
And, you know, I'm not saying that, oh, if I move, there's the light's gone or something, because I believe everybody's got light body
Yeah,
there.
yeah, no,
We're
I get you.
all, yeah,
We're
we're
all where
all
we're
light
supposed to be.
workers.
We're all where we're supposed to be at this point.
Yeah,
Yeah. Mhm.
yes,
Yeah.
that's a better way to put it, because we're all light workers, love workers, energy workers, and we are exactly where we're supposed to be. And
Actually, somebody said that one of us spiritually uplifted people can help over 200,000 people in our area.
I've heard that. Isn't
Yeah.
that amazing? Yeah, and it does.
Oh,
Like
God.
your frequency, people, because we can't help it. We're emitting frequency all the time as we're
Mhm.
taking in frequency. This is why it's really
Mhm.
important to be discerning of what you
Yeah.
watch, what you entangle with, you know.
What you think becomes real. So try to think better
And,
than that.
and it
Wow.
really does. I mean, it really, really does.
Mhm.
And that is the way in the higher dimensions. When you think
Mhm.
something, it like automatically appears almost. You know, if
Yeah.
that is truly resonating with you throughout your body, there it is. I'm sure this happens to everybody. I've noticed it more and more. Diana's noticing it too, where,
Mhm.
you know, say you're thinking, you know, I need a bag of dirt, or I need a blue shirt. All of a sudden, you have bags of dirt are
Yep.
right available to you. Blue shirts are coming in, and
Yep.
you're like, I didn't even have to leave the
Yeah.
house.
Yeah. The manifestations are coming in. So try to manifest. Uh, like today I was doing something and I kept picking, getting mouse droppings. And I've been, I was all set with wearing a mask and I kept saying, cut it out. You're making me sick. And then I thought, don't say that.
That's right. Oh my,
Yeah.
oh
Don't
my
say
God.
that. God, I
I
don't
don't.
want to be sick. Yeah.
And every time you bring this up, I have to bring this up. Yesterday, I'm out in the yard and I just listen to podcasts. They just keep coming on. So my hands are
Uh-huh.
dirty. I can't change anything. And I used to listen to this lady a long time ago, Blossom Goodchild. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Mhm.
So she channels the he's a Native American. I can't remember, but he wasn't coming in, and
Oh.
she was getting really frustrated, and then she went back in, and this being comes in to have a conversation, and the being and there's she's going to be very upset, was the mice realm. It's
Oh,
fascinating. I mean, if you guys
really?
really want to listen to it, I was like, oh my God, never thought about the mice having an opinion on what's happening on the earth, you know? Was really cool.
Oh, for God's
It
sake.
was the most
That is
bizarre thing
interesting.
I've ever heard.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. That makes sense. Wow.
And
Yep.
that's how it is, though. Everything has consciousness, right?
Yeah.
So if we stay in the moment, I notice these things in the moment. I see, like, I'm playing in the dirt, I'm seeing everything, or like my cat, he's screaming right now. I don't know why. Um, he can come in, but I don't know what's going on. But it's just like that really is the only time we're alive, is in this now moment.
Yeah. Yep.
And you
Very
get to
true.
choose what you do with that. It's
Hmm.
and
That's
it's
it.
so easy. Like our attention spans have been just wiped away, you know.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yep. Very true. Very true. Wow. I
Light
don't know,
speed tracker.
everybody.
Oh, what did
Yeah.
light speed tracker say? Lord.
He said
Okay.
something about, was I being a dick earlier or something else? And then he said it was hard and all this stuff. So I just got rid of him. Yeah.
Mm.
There's always trolls.
Penis. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, they're
Yeah.
so immature talking about your penis, but okay, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and this is it, right? So, but isn't this true too, Aley? That like it is really clear to see who is heart and soul connected and who isn't. And that's our discernment. And I'm not saying don't talk to people who aren't awake. I'm just saying, they're going to wake up when they wake up, and we can't convince
That's right.
anybody
I
to
mean,
do
yeah,
it.
yeah. And we're not judging him. This
Mm-mm.
was the plan. Yeah, he did Bora Bora. He needed Viagra. Um, but the everybody's here for whatever it is they contracted for, and there's not
That's right.
anything we can do. I'm not trying to, because religion does enough of that. I'm not here to tell anybody what to do, and I never will be, ever, because everybody has free will, and
That's right.
and so yeah. Anyway.
And that that
Mhm.
and I've always been that way. I've been like, hey, you do
Mhm.
you, I do me, whatever.
Yeah, me
Long
too.
as you're not hurting kids or
That's right.
animals. And here we have a whole class of predators um,
No. Yeah.
in charge. But
Mm.
spirit. My team always assures me that how this becomes obsolete is like they don't even know, but it's not going to stay like this.
Yeah.
I don't. I'm probably not explaining it well. I don't know who Kim Komodo is, but I'm going to check her out. And Janet
Mhm.
likes her too. Have you ever heard of
Mhm.
her?
No, I have not. Mm-mm. No,
I'm going to have to
but
go listen.
yeah. Yeah.
Peace,
Yeah.
please. How are you? Hi, Jules. Learning to listen.
Yeah. It's
Oh my
wonderful
God.
to be here with you all today. It really is. Yeah.
Really is. I love
Yeah.
hanging out with you, Aley, and I love hanging out with our people.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
we're all, and this is what we're doing, right? We've connected,
Hmm.
so we know that we're not alone. I don't know about all of you, but I used to think I was the only person in the world who could see through this. And it's so refreshing to know that more and more and more and
Hmm.
more people are waking up, getting channels, speaking up. And really, look how many people are getting channels too, Allie.
Hmm.
They can't, I mean, I don't know how they're going to try to stop all that, but I'm sure they got a lot of nefarious crap up their sleeve.
Well, what was interesting to me was that I remember there was somebody that told me that they had a channel back in 2015
Hmm.
here, and they were pushed off the channel. But it was from people in the chat. In other words, they were laughed at, they were bullied,
Yeah.
and they ended up leaving. And then so I don't know when that shifted. I think Marianne and Linda have been here, and probably a few others have been here for close to 15 maybe years, or maybe
Hmm.
less than that, maybe 10 years. But that would be 2016. So I
Hmm.
don't I don't know when all that shifted. I'm not
Well, and
sure.
that's just it, right? The way that you or any of us work through that is to keep showing up, not
True. That's
not
true. That's
you know.
true.
And
Yeah.
and hey, I don't fault that person for not continuing their
Mhm.
channel because that was, I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
not
No.
very many people
Nobody
were
needs that crap. Nobody needs it. And
right.
that's why, I know that, for instance, Linda has somebody that monitors all her comments,
Mm-hmm.
and she doesn't have to see everything that might be
Mm-hmm.
coming in. And somebody might consider that to be, well, that's not fair. Not everybody's going to love you. And I'm like, no, not everybody's going to love me, but I don't really need to see a whole bunch of negative crap either. Oh,
No.
it was troll farms. Now it's
Mhm.
bots.
Yeah,
Okay,
well,
Gina.
and that's
Yeah,
just it, right? Most
thank
of
you.
this is how they're trying to outpace people
Mhm.
who are waking up is by putting all
Yeah,
the bots in there.
true.
And it's making everything so confusing. But don't you think that also this is something I was thinking about too, Ali? Is that we're just going to be so inundated and overwhelmed with information on the internet that we're just like, you know what? We could just take all this shit and take a break from it. I
Yeah,
think that's going to happen until we get actual regulations and truth and media back. Just that alone, would be a
True.
miracle,
Yeah,
and
because there's not any calling out of anything. I don't understand why, if there's a comment made to one of the reporters, that the other reporters won't stand up for those people. Everybody lives in so much fear in that realm. And I just don't, it makes me upset that you
it
wouldn't
makes me
call out that.
upset. I was
Yeah.
always the one who spoke up. I was always like in trouble or ignored or whatever. And I'd be like, you know what? I mean,
Yeah.
it hurt me. Yes, it bothered me, but there's something inside of me that it's, it's so important to speak the truth, no matter, even if everybody looks at you like you're crazy. Now, I know that you've been on this journey a long time too,
Yeah.
and you could go back 30 years. It was even hard to find a bookstore.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You
All
know,
you got was generic astrology stuff.
right.
Here's what is it? Jean, what's her face? Jean
Oh yeah,
Dixon,
yeah.
and it was just generic. It was
Yeah,
only on your sign, not
yeah,
on the moon and all the other things. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. See,
Yeah.
and Mary Starshine says AI is controlling YouTube now. Absolutely.
Well, that might be how they can find what they need to find.
Mm.
Don't you think? Because that monitoring can go on 24/7.
I mean, just imagine, and the servers they need to do that. Now, I don't believe that we need the data centers because we're already at this pace, right?
Uh-huh.
And these data centers are all like in the last couple of years. So I
Hmm.
feel there's something really nefarious behind them. I
Possibly.
am too, Amanda. I'm waiting for somebody to snap. But
Yep.
they're
Yep.
they're so vetted and heavily, like everybody
Yeah.
is like you're in the group or you're not in the room. Period.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mofo money. I love that. That's perfect.
but we know that we're here, and we know
Uh-huh.
that we're speaking the truth, and they can
There's the
sit there
code.
and
That's the
they can,
code, Amanda.
yeah, right. That is the code, and we can
Mhm.
out create the low frequency. That's
We
what we're
can.
doing. We're
Yeah.
going to out create this low frequency because we are just like tree roots. We are
Mhm.
on the on the surface of the
Yeah.
earth.
That's
We
true.
didn't need. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Mm.
Did
Yeah.
the internet
I
do a
didn't know
lot of
there were
good?
7,000 data centers. I had no idea.
Yeah,
Really? Oh, I had no idea there were that
there.
many.
I mean, it's terrible,
Oh,
Aley. And the one in Utah where there's already a drought is, I think it's 6 football fields or 60, some outrageous number, right next to the Salt Lake that's already in a drought, really low water, and
wow.
they're having to ration water and stuff out there, and it's like, how, but this gets approved. What is going on? Something's up. Something's up. Something's
Mhm.
up. But we're
Mhm.
going to find out. I guess everything's just going to unfold the way it is.
I can't
Uh,
imagine what the price is. Yeah, that's
mm,
crazy. Yeah.
yeah, and
Well,
but
I don't know about all of you, but I was waiting for my phone to come in, and now I'm not going to be able to get it.
I can't even believe 500,000 people ordered that shit.
And
It's
one guy
like,
said he ordered like 8 of them for his
I
family
know
members. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
he was
Oh,
pissed too. He was
and
so
I don't.
pissed.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it is. It's just all so bizarre. But you see how we can look at things, and even though you're angry, it's so ridiculous.
It
You have to
is.
laugh.
I mean, really, there's so much ridiculousness coming out of this whole thing.
And that's part of the thing. Like we're
Hmm.
not even being triggered anymore. We're just like, okay, whatever, and we're just gonna keep being showing up. But I'd say you really have a big issue on your plate if you think you're gonna go to Americans who you've told had the land of the free, the home of the brave, and tried to restrict them. I mean, I just don't. Nobody's going to fall in line for that. There may be a small segment of the population that
There
will, but
is, there is, because there are some people who really, really like to be told what to do, because they
Yeah.
don't like making any decisions.
Mm.
And yeah, it's
Yeah.
very deeply rooted.
See
That
it.
Milgram experiment, that Milgram experiment back in the 50s,
Oh,
they tried to determine
there's
why
this
people followed, you know,
follow
the,
orders.
the orders. And there are people that will always do that. They will always do that. And
That was a disturbing
it's
experiment.
very disturbing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
And
my, really? Oh, I didn't know
are all
that.
going to and the satellites I keep getting, this has been coming in for a while. They're not built to last. A lot of them, but there's something that's going to take like a lot of them out. It's almost like a satellite virus. I don't even know
Oh,
to
okay.
explain what I'm seeing. And
Hmm.
it's going to just shut them down. They're not going to be able to do what they were doing. So, I
Oh,
mean, and that would be one
wow.
way to stop all of this, right? Is if the
Yeah.
satellites were shut down on some level. But
Hmm. Yeah.
I don't know. You
Yeah.
know, we're going to go through this and we're going to go through it together. It's just important that
We
you,
probably should be writing a book. I should have started writing this book 20 years or 10 years ago, because this is going to be documented history that people will be, there are people probably already doing it, and the people are going to look at it later, 100 years from now, whatever, and go, oh my God, why did anybody believe this or this or this? Yeah.
exactly. And Allie, get on that book. You know, Deborah, she's on her book. She's got her books going. I mean, really, this is
Mhm.
the time to just absorb yourself into what it is you love and value
Yeah.
and do it. You know, and I say that because Venus, she's in Gemini, but she's out ahead of everybody. So
Yeah.
she's the leader in a sense, right? So she's the one uh, reminding us all
Hmm.
focus on what you love and value. Focus on knowing that you are lovable and valuable. I mean,
Hmm.
that's big for a lot of people that I know I didn't even know that was a thing that you needed to love yourself until about 10 or so years ago. But that is
We
a
aren't
huge,
taught to do it. We are not taught
that,
to do it because we're
no,
taught that that's being selfish. Yeah,
yep.
that's one of
And
those
we're taught,
tapes. Yeah.
that's right. And we're taught
Mhm.
to follow orders and don't question and that's just the way it is. Oh my God, I heard that so many times growing up. I
Oh,
was
yeah. Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
that's not the way I
It is
am. I'm
what
not
it
doing
is.
it.
I get sick of hearing that shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
yeah,
goodness.
Gina,
Allie, right there.
Gina's saying the radiation from the solar flares reduce the lifespan of satellites, and that makes sense.
Yes.
Yes.
And
Yes.
Gina, that's what I see. A lot of the solar flares literally taking them out. I see that. And I see this other thing that's kind of like a virus. I'm not sure how to explain it. It's like a glitch in the system because, well, I guess Elon Musk owns thousands and thousands of them, right? There's,
Yeah.
I believe it's
Well,
a system too.
that's
That's,
what I have for my internet. I have
oh man,
Starlink.
see,
Yeah. Yeah. There's
Starlink,
no
and that's
other
how
way
we got.
I can't get it out here. So that's the only thing. That was the hardest decision for me to make because I did not want to do that. But yeah.
Well, I don't know what's going on, Amanda. Did a mod or someone else accidentally hide
Yeah,
or?
that's Caroline from Belgium. I don't know if she's here or not, but
Oh,
she's
Caroline.
fine. I'll check when I'm out of here to see if she's accidentally been. Oh, there you
Oh, here
are.
she is.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Okay. All right.
oh,
All
hi,
right. We didn't.
Caroline.
Somebody was worried that accidentally they booted you, and we don't want you booted. So yeah. Okay. Thank you,
Oh,
Caroline.
another job for Anonymous. And where is Anonymous? How come
Yeah.
they're
Where
not?
is he? They're not doing
See,
anything. Yeah. What's the?
nothing. And they
Yeah.
can't,
Uh-huh.
you
Yeah.
know? They can
Hmm.
do so much.
Yeah.
Well, do you want to
Yeah.
read a card for everybody for the week
Sure, we
for
can do that. Sure. Yeah, we've been
before
blabbing
we
on
go?
here forever, but it's been fun. Yeah, it's been
It's
fun.
important though. It's so important that everybody realizes that you
Mhm.
are you're the leader of
Yeah,
you.
you're right,
And
Amanda. This is weird. Everything is weird tonight. I agree. Yeah. Blab
sorry.
on. It's
Oh,
nice
thank
to see you, Andrew D'Angelo. Um, he had told me that he hadn't seen anything either, and he had clicked all on the bell. So yeah.
Hi,
And
Andrew. Yeah, see, they're just
hi, Garnet. It's good to see you too. Yes.
Garnet's here. I didn't
Yeah.
see Garnet.
He just posted, so maybe no, it's okay. You can join as late as you need to.
Oh, there you are. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, we're grateful that you guys show up anytime
absolutely.
we're on. I love the energy of our
I do
community.
too. I do too. I love our
Very,
men and women. There you go.
yes.
So what do I get? We need to remember to have gratitude for
Mm,
whatever we have that is
mm,
good in our life. And I love that card. Then I
mhm.
get success is going to be what's going to happen eventually. But watch your focus.
Ah,
Watch your focus. And we just talked about that. So yes, there
I
you go.
love it. Oh my
Yeah.
God, that is so cool, Aley. That is like
Mhm.
so cool. What
Yeah.
cards were those? That's a
These
cool
are
deck.
actually fun cards that I don't usually always use, but I like them. They are Denise Lynn's soul coaching cards.
Oh, I
Yeah,
do like
they're very
those.
pretty. Yeah, they are. Denise Lynn is one of my favorites. She's the one that does the
Yeah.
traveling one you have. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that deck. And that's
Yeah.
called the Soul Codes, you said? Soul
Uh-huh.
Codes?
Yeah.
All right. So I got some dragons. The dragons resilience was the first one, finding your limits. So, that to strengthen yourself, to like become fearless of whatever it is that really triggers you. The sooner we do that, the better. Now, it just doesn't happen overnight. It takes work, but then we got
Mhm.
wisdom. It says wisdom, asking questions. So resilience and wisdom.
Perfect.
I
Wow.
love that. And then from the golden future, I got the population seize your opportunities.
Seize your opportunities.
Now, see, to me, that's saying to us, we have there's more of us.
Hmm.
There's like
Hmm.
maybe 1,000 of the predator class,
One.
maybe.
Right. If you really look at it, and of course, there's a lot of lying going on. There are a
Hmm.
lot more people on one side that they're not acknowledging. And when you have a 30% approval rate, that's not so good.
It's not even that high.
No, it's probably not. That's
He's
high.
been,
Yeah.
he's been manipulating those numbers for so long. He,
Uh-huh.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, I was getting 23 for a long time, but then they just said 18 in my head, so I don't
Hmm.
know.
I love
Um,
this, Andrew. You clicked on the right show because she's the dragon lady in the most lovely sense, not a bad dragon.
Dragon Lady.
Yeah.
I love the dragons. Really, we all have one, just like we have angels. Or you can have more than one. You can call them in by element, color, whatever appeals to you. They're there to guide us. I
Something
had a,
going on? What's
I had a
going on, Diana? There are naughty chats here from people who don't do that and then are deleted or the questions hidden on the shows. 4 times and people are being blocked. This is really weird.
yeah, because I don't even think, well, we got Amanda and Janet. I don't know who else. Peace, please, is a
Is a
uh,
moderator. Yeah.
moderator.
Anya, I
Rosemary.
see you now. Thank you. Okay. Oh, all right. Yeah.
It's crazy. It is a crazy night, right? We're the day after this that new moon in Taurus yesterday. So still do your intentions. Still call in what it is that you would your dream and make it physical. But it's the core is what brings you safety and security, what you love
Mhm.
and value. To that safety and security means working through those fears. So do your best. We got to strengthen ourselves as a collective because there's parasites trying to keep us here, but we're much stronger than they are, and there's nothing to fear with them either. And I
Mhm.
should say this: when if anything like that comes into your field, you just tell it to leave immediately, and as soon as you face it, they dissolve. They it's a good thing to know that about them, but because they can be terrifying, sleep paralysis, things like that,
Mhm.
um,
Mhm.
but it's all bark, no bite, So remember,
Mhm.
you are the most powerful being here, and us
Yeah.
together, we're unstoppable, and we're
There you
raising in frequency. There's all there is to it.
Uh-huh.
Is there anything else you'd like to say, Allie? I'm sorry I was
Mm.
rambling as usual.
No, it's okay. I'm just reading some of the things that are in here. And Mary, you're wonderful. I love you dearly. She's been with me from the very beginning. She
Mhm.
was a
Remember.
follower of Susan Lynn's. And, I used to
Yeah.
do the things with Susan Lynn. So um, anybody that gets banned or doesn't see things, write me, please, because
Mm.
that's what I happened with Celtic Seer. And that was something I could remedy. So I love everybody. I don't, unless somebody is writing some real trash in there,
Right.
and I can take some trash as
Yeah.
fun, but not
Mhm.
I'm not getting rid of anybody. I love you all. So, and
No.
I know Valerie feels the same way.
Yeah.
So, if for
And
some reason,
definitely
if
the
some
email
reason
me.
there is that going on, you just reach out to us, please. Yeah,
Yeah, and just
yeah,
email us,
yeah,
and we will,
yeah.
take care of it.
Check
Because
it out.
I love all of you coming in, and
Mhm.
I love to hear what you have to say. I love your
Yep,
comments.
yep,
And remember, Allie does readings. I do readings,
yeah,
psychic, intuitive, astrology readings. It's a good
yeah.
time to get
So
one
good.
because we're
A
going
whole
in a
new
whole new way.
paradigm. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, thank
But
you, everybody. Yeah.
thank you so much, Allie, for coming and
Mhm.
hanging
Of
out with
course.
us.
Of
And
course.
thank you all. We love you. Everybody be safe. And we'll be back soon.
Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.